Oh, sorry, that last one was a little long, but it was important stuff. This lecture is going to be about the formulas. Now, luckily for you, we're not going to do a lot of math here. We're going to set you up to do a project. But it's still really important that you understand the formulas. And there's two of them that you have to know. One of them is Ohm's law. Now, Ohm's law is just I equals V over R. In other words, how fast we move, the current, is equal to how much potential the Coulomb guy has and how much resistance he has to go through. So what kind of work can he do? How much resistance does he have to go through? In other words, how much work does he actually have to do? And then that determines the speed of the current. Now in this other one, power, we already talked about a little bit when I was going over vocabulary. That's V times I. That's because the amount of work I can do and how fast I can do it determines the power. So that's how you put them together. Now if I was an electrician, I would use this formula. It's V like this, I, R. Okay, now that little pie chart right there, voltage is half of the pie and then a quarter, but that's not what you're doing. What you're doing with this is you can find any of those things if you know two of the others. Let me give you an example. If I wanted current, I just cover it up, and the formula is take voltage divided by resistance. If I take resistance and cover it up, then I can go voltage divided by current must equal that. And if I want voltage, I'm just going to multiply current times resistance. So how much work did I do? Well, it depends on how much resistance I went through times how fast I went through it. Power has a similar pie chart. I can go pi equals I V, and if I want current, I just take VI current, I just take the P divided by V. If I want the V, I take P over I. You guys are used to me screwing up, so that was probably just fun. So those are the two formulas that you're going to need to know how to use. And they basically tell you what you want. So if I want to know how much resistance there was through a particular, like a light bulb, let's say, I could say, well, I knew my voltage was 120, and so I could find my current or my resistance by knowing how fast it went through and how much work I could do. That determines how much resistance you have. So that's how I want you to use this thing when you're explaining your project to me. So you're going to use these two little pie charts to answer some questions in the project that I put out there. And we'll go over that as we go.